It's officially fall here in Hawaii, but because we live in a tropical setting, it is really hard to tell. There are no changes to the color of leaves, and flowers are still blooming everywhere, and the temperatures are in high 80s and very humid still. My brain says it's soup season, make a big pot of it, cuddle under a blanket by the fireplace, but it just doesn't feel that way in Hawaii yet. Perhaps it will get cool enough after a couple of months or so, but I can't be sure since we just moved here full time since March of this year. I'm still not familiar with what is typical for each season. However fall will be like here, my heart is open and I will embrace and adapt to any changes this wonderful and beautiful land has to offer. Aloha to all of you, my beautiful souls out there, and thank you for being here in my little corner of the world again. If you're new to my channel, my name is Nastaran, and my husband Michael and I live in a little town called Pahoa on the east side of the Bega in a subdivision called Hawaiian Shores. Every morning when we wake up, we grab our coffee and sit in our newly built lanai, listening to the sound of nature as roosters, doves, and cardinals sing away, watching the sunrise happen as if the sky is getting painted with orange and red hues. It's so comforting seeing several feral cats laying around with Leilani on our lanai and seeing them in peace. And it raises our level of peace, and it just adds to the whole magical feel of the morning. There may not be a whole lot of conversation between Michael and I, but we really don't need to. And there are no awkward silences ever. Sometimes we can read each other without needing to say a thing. And we are both just enjoying the peace and know that whatever the day brings, we are looking forward to it. Michael says he's trying to learn this new, slow kind of life after retirement. But to tell you the truth, he is still the Energizer Bunny going 100 miles an hour. Would he ever learn to slow down and sit still? I don't think so. I've come to realize that this is his preferred way of life. And he is the happiest when he is active. And as long as he's physically capable of doing it and is happy, I will support him. Me? No way. I love the slow life in a quiet, sleepy town, and you will never hear me say I'm bored. Oh, by the way, I am so happy because my youngest daughter, Ava, is coming over to spend a week with us. Her presence brings me so much comfort and joy, and I can't wait to see her. So I hope you stick around and join us as I will take you along everywhere we go and everything we will do.
Hello.
Aloha.
So we're at the airport cell phone lot waiting for Ava to show up in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, she's gonna be here for 1 week. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see her. My Ava finally arrived, and I cannot tell you how happy I was to hold her in my arms again. Ava has been working really hard in 2 jobs and really needed a vacation. And you know where we took her on her first day? To bingo. Yes, we did. So reluctantly, she agreed to go with us. She must have been the youngest player there. She's such a trooper, never complained, just played along and had a great time. Everyone said, oh, you're gonna win because you have the newbie luck. And you know what? They were right. This girl won twice. First time, she chose a pack of tea bags, and the next time, she let me pick the prize, and I picked a pack of 3 scissors. They had lots of prizes of all kinds. Nothing too fancy, but it's really not about winning stuff. Bingo is just an excuse to gather around and enjoy each other's company. And we certainly did that. Hello everyone. I thought I'd sit down and have a little chat with you to give you some updates here and there. You know, in the last video I mentioned that I had that big long stretch of 63 days of migraine, and I finally had that appointment where I would get therapeutic Botox. If you're wondering how that worked, I knew from the previous experience that it's not something that kicks in right away and you're all good. No, I wish. But I must say I've had more good days than bad days, so that's fine with me. Anything is better than what it was, like full-time 63 days, no break. So I'm very, very grateful. However, I just had a few days of migraine again, as a matter of fact. So it's on and off. I was feeling so crappy. I didn't realize I was growing whiskers on my chin. My hair was like a rat's nest, and it was not pretty. And the fact that Michael still loves me is a miracle. So I figured by this time, moving to Hawaii and everything, I should be settled, right? I keep thinking I'm settled. But no, the reality is that I'm not settled. I guess the definition of settled to me is like to have routines that you know what your day is gonna look like. I still am trying to gauge what is it like to live here full time. There's this subject that I think about, and I do understand that my life has been a unique set of circumstances and events. Of course, everybody's is. When I came here about, I don't even know how many years it is, since 1978, since I left my country. I came to the United States as an immigrant. All my life I've been an outsider, and I had to figure out a way to get in, you know, with the culture, with the people, with a certain group. And it's been very challenging because I came from a whole different world. My world was very conservative and a whole different, you know, way of living altogether. My thought process, my value system, all of that was different. So I come to US and I have to adapt to a whole new language, a whole new culture, a whole new way of socializing with people, figuring out how do you get in to the inner circle of people. And it took a while. Of course, I went to college twice, got 2 bachelor degrees, so I kind of learned how to socially be somebody who lives here. Sometimes when I have to make a decision, I don't know which side of my brain to go with. Should I go with the Persian set of values and thinking, or should I go with the American set of values and thinking? I mean, our values are not that different, but the way we look at things are different. So it was always a challenge, you know, how do I go about this? Raising my own children, do I raise them in my culture or do I raise them the American way? And believe me, those two are very, very different. So you can see how different events would trigger that. What do I do now? How do I think now? Then there comes all this time later, and we happen to move to Hawaii. Now I have a whole new culture again, and a whole new set of learning about how to fit in. So it's it's interesting and a little strange to come to realize, oh, I'm doing this all over again. What triggered this thought and this subject that I'm talking to you about was I got a couple of comments here and there on my YouTube channel. It was something like, "Go home, Howley." And it really broke my heart. I do understand that I am a Howley, if that's what I am called, and I'll always be a Howley and a transplant. But it's just a little sad reminder that I just don't fit in anywhere. I don't fit in Hawaii. I don't fit in US. I don't fit in Iran either. When I used to go to check on my mom who was ill, I didn't fit in there either. They told me I had an accent now, and I had forgotten most words. No, I can speak, but I just had forgotten a lot of words. And it sounded funny when I spoke. And I forgot a lot of our ways of thinking and living, our habits. So everything about me had changed. So I don't fit in there. I don't fit in US, and I don't fit in Hawaii. It's just a really strange thing to think about. And if you're Hawaiian or you have lived in Hawaii long enough, what is the secret of fitting in? I want you to know that I respect you, and I just want to be your friend, I guess. I just want to feel like your people are my people, because I will always treat you like family. And if there is anything better I can do, I'm more than willing to do it. Thank you so much for listening to me. And I know that I'm talking to a camera right now, but I truly, in my heart, I feel like my heart is this way. Truly in my heart, I feel like I'm speaking to you. And I appreciate you so much for listening and letting me come into your world.
We're heading to what beach?
We're gonna go to Kua Bay. Beautiful Kua Bay. It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Spend
the day
with Alva's birthday.
Yeah, it's her birthday today. She's 27.
Tonight, after the beach.
After the beach, we're hoping to go to Lava Club. That place is so wonderful. And then drive home. Talk to you later. Today is Ava's 27th birthday, and we are so happy to be able to celebrate it together. So we packed our stuff and headed to Kona to spend the day on a white sandy beach as requested by the birthday girl. If you're familiar with me, you know I always have to go find a quieter place to hang out wherever I go and explore the surrounding nature away from the crowds and the hustle and bustle. It doesn't matter how many other times I've been to that place, somehow you see different things and be blown away when nature shows you something new. This place is just magical. So much beauty and eye candy all in one place. I have goosebumps all over me from happiness I feel, and I'm so alive and incredibly grateful to be able to live here. Hey everyone, it's me again. My daughter Ava is here to visit me, and she wanted to see a beautiful sandy beach. So where else to go but Kona with the most beautiful beaches? And I, as usual, have gotten away from the crowd and found a teeny place in the shade. And I just wanted to say hello to you and talk to you a little bit. I don't know if you can see, but I am dripping with sweat. It's a very hot and humid day in September, and this is the hottest time of the year. Let me see what it would look like if I had turned around. It's a really conspicuous place. I don't know if you can see me right on the side of this big rock, but that's the only shade I can find. So anyways, we brought Ava to Kona today because another reason for that was because in Hilo it's raining. It's been raining for a week because we just had that hurricane scare that was coming very close to us. But luckily it came about 400 miles north of Hilo and then it went away. So we are safe once again. Living in Hawaii means that you're going to go through a lot of these environmental things we deal with, hurricanes and tsunamis and tropical storms. And it's just a part of life here, and you got to embrace it. For dinner, we thought we'd take her to one of the most magical places, restaurants that we have ever experienced, Kava Club. So I hope you come with us. But I also wanted to talk about something else. I hate to admit it, I have gained some weight. I was looking at one of my pictures. Last year in August, I was 116 pounds. And I weighed myself this morning and I was 127. So that means I have gained 11 pounds. I know when I had my migraine, to make myself feel better, I ate a lot of junk. And that's what I get. Got my mom's magnificent genes, and nobody in our family gained weight. Up until I was 45, I ate whatever I want. Not one day did I diet for any reason. All the nurses on the unit used to tell me, how is it that you can eat all the things you eat and then gain no weight? I was just lucky that way. But after 45, I have to watch it. 11 pounds? Are you kidding me? I gained 11 pounds. So, after Ava leaves, not until, but after Ava leaves, I'm going to be good and I'm going to share my progress with you. By the way, have you ever struggled with weight? Anything that helped you? If you want to share that with me, I'm all ears. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. After spending a few hours by the beach, we headed towards Waikoloa Beach Resort on the south Kohala coast of the island. We wanted to make sure to be at the Lava Lava Club when the sun sets, so Ava can see how magical this place is. But since we were early, I asked Barb, who's an expert in where to go and things to do, to see what she suggests. Barb suggested we go and see the Petroglyph Reserve since we were so close in the area. What a great idea. I had no idea this place even existed. If you've never been there, you will love seeing this expensive field filled with rock art right next to the golf course. These beautiful petroglyphs were carved by ancient Hawaiians more than 1,500 years ago. There are approximately 30,000 carvings of animals and people in the Pahoehoe lava flows. This beautiful petroglyph trail is rough and not paved, so please be careful. And remember, these are a part of Hawaiian history, so stay in the designated trail and avoid touching or walking on the carvings. Mahalo. Well, it was almost sunset time, so we headed to beautiful Lava Beach Club to celebrate Ava's 27th birthday. We got the best table, I think, and could see the live music and sunset at the same time.
So, don't look at my hair, because I just came from the beach. Nastaran looks lovelier than ever.
No.
Yes.
That's why I'm wearing glasses. I'm a mess.
Am I sunburned?
Get your shirt down. This is an establishment.
We were all so dehydrated and sunburned from the beach, and it felt so good to have a cold, tasty drink. We had the fried calamari that we ordered the last time, and it was so yummy. The combination of beautiful live Hawaiian music, the gorgeous sunset, your feet in the sand, and being surrounded by people you love is a cocktail of euphoria, and this place really delivers it to you. There is such happiness in the air, witnessing the golden sun slowly dipping into the ocean in front of your eyes. I put my camera by the beach and let it roll, filming this magnificent performance of Mother Nature. This is my second time there, and I still think it's the most magical place to be if you're in that area for dinner. After our dinner was done, I walked to the beach and sat down with Ava to see the afterglow of the sunset. And there was a turtle resting right there on the shore, making that even more magical. The peace and the serenity was palpable at that moment. And when you think it just can't get any better, Mother Nature throws another miracle at you. As we were taking it all in, I looked up, and there's this large, fully visible double rainbow in the sky. I told Ava, you have to see this. Is it a coincidence or is it synchronicity that live music was playing somewhere over the rainbow? The combination of all that was happening was as if the universe was acknowledging, celebrating, and a gift for Ava's birthday. She was actually so touched and emotional and couldn't help but shed a few tears of joy, and so grateful for it all. My gratitude to the universe for having one of the best nights ever.
I just wanna go out and walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you.
Hey everyone! What a gorgeous, beautiful day. It's overcast. The temperature is not that hot actually, or as for right now. So it was such a quiet day, so I decided to take Ava on this hike in the jungle. I know I look ridiculous with my fan around my neck, but hey, I'm a sweaty kind of girl. I need an extra fan. So anyways, I'm really looking forward to this hike because last time we were here, we saw the beautiful.
Your backpack's all open. Completely open.
Sorry, my backpack was open and Ava helped me close it. What I was saying is, when my sister was here, we went on this hike and we saw that magnificent arch. And we didn't have our drone at that time, so this time I brought my drone. Let's keep those fingers crossed that no issue comes up and I can drone. The trip to Kona was great, but unfortunately all of us were so sunburned, so we took a day to recover from that. The next day, I wanted to take Ava to my favorite hike in the forest, which connects to the ocean and the rocky cliffs. There is an energy in the jungle that I have found only to get while in the depths of jungle. It lifts me up and makes me forget my migraine, my aches and pains, and all of the other things I like to forget about. Once we go to the ocean, we realize that the waves are so huge. Of course, we didn't go too close to the edge of the cliffs. The lava is really rough and hard to walk on, so we were taking our time going through it. I was hoping to see some of the marine life in tide pools, such as the hermit crabs, but couldn't see any on that day. So we headed towards the beautiful, large, natural arch. We finally made it there, and I gasped just as much as I did the last time. I couldn't wait till I put my stuff down so I can fly over and view this gorgeous natural beauty from above. But once again, I couldn't get my drone to work properly. It was just repaired, but for some reason the camera wasn't adjusting to the light and looked all bleached out. Okay, I'll try not to let it spoil my time and try to sit there and enjoy the view from top of the cliff. Pretty soon we were getting hot, and the thought of dipping into the mermaid pond sounded better and better. So we headed over to the pond, and wow, usually when we go hiking anywhere, I am daydreaming about taking a cool shower when I get home. Well, here I definitely have a relief from all the heat and humidity as soon as I get there. It's like an oasis in the middle of the desert. Ava and I spend about an hour there swimming, floating, splashing, goofing around, and loved every moment of it.
Could be 20 minutes or an hour or two. Baby, you know.
Ava found out that there is a chanting session or sound alchemy integration in a retreat center called Kalani, which is a place off the Red Road. But I was intrigued and curious to see what that was all about. Ava, on the other hand, is very knowledgeable in the spiritual practices. So we attended a 3-hour session, and I really liked it and enjoyed the peace and the serenity it provided with the beautiful live music. At the end, a potluck-style vegan food was served for everyone to enjoy. It was certainly different than anything I've ever experienced before, and enjoyed it so much. Well, my beautiful friends, thank you again for watching till the end and for being here. A lot is happening in our house, and I hope you join us in the next video to see it. If you enjoyed, I hope you like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Please take good care of yourself and your loved ones, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, I am sending you big hugs and kisses from Hawaii. Mahalo for watching.